Hi everyone, the Pokemon fan 1993 here, back with kind of a thing I want to talk about, maybe get it off my chest. So, it's been announced by Niantic that Pokemon Go will be reverting some of its bonuses it's had since COVID got started, so it became a big problem. Um, so one of them is was supposed to be, I'm not sure if it is still is going to happen or not, is the decreased distance between the Pokestops and the gyms. Now, from my perspective, this is the stupidest thing they could have well, let's go a bit further back there. Um, they made a petition to keep those two bonuses from the gyms and stops from the range distance to what it is now, instead of reverting it back to what it used to be. I have no problem with that. Maybe it's because I just was so used to it when Pokemon Go came out that it was just 3 years and it didn't really bother me. But they've got a petition up that apparently if you get 50,000 signatures, it's supposed to persuade Niantic to keep those bonuses in. Now, I've been told by numerous people that the petition that they still haven't overturned it yet, and I've heard from numerous people that it has been overturned and they're going to keep the bonus in. I don't know which is which. The only reason that I could see someone would want to do that is keep those bonuses if they're actually mentally not able to walk outside their house, or they have to sit in a car, or they're in a wheelchair, something like along those lines. Now, that's fine if you're talking about that aspect of what you want to keep, if you want to keep the bonuses. However, I believe that just the same amount, if not more people, just want to keep the bonus because they're too easy to go walking outside, or they want to do it from their car and they don't want to get out and walk. Which is, I hate to bring it to you guys, it was the original intent of Pokemon Go. And to be honest with you, you're not supposed to be able to. You can if you go slow enough. But you're not supposed to be able to spin stops and gyms from your car unless you are going. I think it's under 10 miles per hour. So yeah, that's fine. People are complaining about it mainly because of the whole, oh, I don't want to. If they want to be able to drive by any stop in their car and just get the stop. Which, if you're driving in a car as a passenger, I'm gonna have to reiterate that because you're not supposed to do while you're driving. Because there's been numerous accidents with Pokemon Go and people driving instead of actually watching what they're supposed to be doing, and with cell phone use becoming more rampant. Um, looking at your phone while driving your car. I can't. If I ever got to the point where I drive a car, I would not do that as cost my own life. Um, so I stand on this. I stand that if you want to do it because you are, for the people who are mentally disabled, or the people who still have, because COVID's still a thing. Because of COVID, people can't go outside their houses. Now, I believe how this should be handled is I've come to terms that they're going to keep the stops and the gyms ranges the same, because I got a feeling it's going to happen anyway. All the other bonuses will disappear. I got a feeling the remote passes are going to be staying in. Only reason because they're making Niantic money, and almost everything else they're doing is not. So my stance on this is, if okay, let's take an example. For the UK, there is a big problem with COVID over there. I believe for that side of it, I think there should be the bonuses should stay, all of them, because of how bad the COVID is here. Here, I live in the US. I live about 300 miles. I think it's 200 to 300 miles from New York City. We don't have that problem here anymore. I don't know how it is everywhere else, but I no longer have to. The only time I remember now where I have to wear a mask is in certain places, like drugstores or my work. But any other place, Dollar General, Tops, Walmart, any of that place, you don't have to do as long as you have the vaccination card, which I have. So I think the best thing for that would be to keep all the bonus UK and not give them to the people here. Now, as a petition, I find this very stupid to argue over. I mean, yeah, you want to keep the bonuses, but it doesn't seem like it's something you start a petition over. It's something like, oh yeah, we should probably tell them not start a petition over it because, let's say for all intents and purposes, they don't let you keep the bonus. Like they don't keep the gym and Pokestop bonus. Well, that's because, if they don't decide to keep it, that means the petition absolutely did nothing. And even if they did keep it, it doesn't mean that petition actually did anything, because with, I'm going to guess, about 1.3 million players, 50,000 signatures compared to 1.3 million players is not a lot of people, especially when it comes offline. I hate to tell you, a lot of petitions just usually end up going in the trash. Like if we all petition to have Mr. The current president have it happen, there is a 99.9% chance that's going to get shot down. They're not going to switch an office out just because people want him gone. Otherwise, we wouldn't have any presidents. Let's put it that way, because there's always at least a good, like, half of the nation who hates the current president, no matter who he is. So that's my stance on it. I think it should stay. I think the bonus should stay for places that have a heavy COVID problem. But here in the U.S., I don't think that should have that they should just get rid of the bonuses. I mean, people survived 3 years on Pokemon Go without it. I can't imagine everyone's going to be majorly upset. And there have been people. Trust me, I've talked to a few more than a few people, and I got into it with this one guy on Facebook, and he was so against me saying anything about this that he actually started swearing at me. He sent me a nasty messenger message, and then he basically blocked me. Which after the messenger message, I was going to block him anyway. But I just think it's so stupid to fight over something like this. And this guy, I looked at his profile. He had to be older than me, and I'm 29 years old. I can't believe someone who's probably 30, 35 would really care that much to the point where they would argue the fact. And keep in mind, this is over probably a 3 hour period because we kept responding to each other, and I just gave up on it. So that's my stance on this whole COVID slash Pokemon Go thing. What should happen, what shouldn't happen, and I really hope the one thing I do hope they bring back, and I was advocating for that one, would be the AX raids. If you guys know what the EX raids are, essentially before COVID was a thing, you basically, if you battled at a gym that has EX on it, you would get a chance to get a pass. This pass would allow you to between for an hour, random day, random time. They would allow you to participate in a special raid that allowed you to get a rarer Pokemon more than what you see now. And there's no way to do it if you got the ticket and you couldn't go to it. It was something that you really couldn't do anything about unless you give someone your account. But I thought that was really cool. I think they should maybe if they ever bring that back, they should start bringing some of the Pokemon back. Like for example, Kecleon has been out yet. I think Kecleon would be a good Pokemon to put in the EX raids. It might not be a legendary. I think another Pokemon that'd be good to put in would be certain regionals that they want to exploit, because you got to know that regionals only exist on one or the other side of the world, and usually if one side has one regional, the other side has it, and they can't interact with each other unless they give someone their account and they access it from their Pokemon Go and trade right between two phones next to each other. All right, so I probably wrapped it up a lot longer than I probably should have. But that's where I stand on this whole Pokemon Go COVID thing. I have to thank everyone for watching. This is the Pokemon Fan 1993 signing off. I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, take care. Bye bye.